Hello guys, it's Renee. I don't know how to do an introduction. The introductions are the worst. Alright. Hey guys, it's Renee. And today I'm recording a video that I have tried to record multiple times now and it hasn't worked out. But now we're here with Evie. Say hi, Evie. She's just looking at the window. You're boring. I'm here today and I'm recording a video that I've tried to record multiple times and I just can't get it right because I want to make sure this video is gold, rose gold. Oh, and if you already know me, you knew this was coming eventually. I have wanted to record this video for a while and I haven't gotten around to it yet, which I think is actually a good thing because then it gave me time to see how the doll is in the house and not just record right away without knowing if we have any experiences or not. So if you know me, or if you already read the title to this video, you know what it is. I bought a haunted doll finally from eBay. I'm going to tell you guys the story today about why I wanted to buy a haunted doll, what the seller told me about said doll, and what happened when we brought her into our home. So without further ado, let's get started. The story starts about 2 weeks ago or so when I probably watched a video on YouTube that made me want to look up haunted dolls on eBay, and so I did, and it ended up being like a 2-hour search for the perfect doll. I was on there looking at all the haunted dolls on there, and I was seeing a ton of highly active demonic entity ones that are selling for $140. Person found it in an abandoned house where people were murdered, and now there's the ghost of a child whose father killed them, and now they like to be around you because they never had a good family life or whatever, and it's demonic and whatever. All the bullcrap stories on there, okay? So I was reading through all of these, and all I saw for the longest time was just blah, 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 the same kind of thing. These big, giant stories that really creative people come up with to make some bank. And I finally stumbled across one post, and the doll was listed for really cheap. The seller's description said something along the lines of, "Hi, I don't know if this doll really is haunted or not, but I don't feel that I'm equipped to deal with something like this. I received this doll from a friend because they know I like creepy antique looking things. Right off the bat, I felt like I had to be polite to it, and I felt like it just had its own energy going on." And then they said after about a week of having the doll, they started having dreams of planning a wedding every single time they fell asleep. And they weren't engaged or anything. They don't have any reason to plan a wedding. So they were having these dreams every time they fell asleep to take a nap or to have like a full night's rest. Whenever the doll was close to them or in the room with them, they were having these dreams. After the dreams had been going on for a while, they just one day had the sudden urge to take the doll outside and give it a full-on photo shoot. And oh, important to mention that this doll is in a bride's dress. So the seller took this doll outside and they felt like they were actually doing a bridal photography session for this doll and doing all these poses and stuff, like really extensive, and they didn't really know why they wanted to do it. They just randomly wanted to do it. While they were doing this photo shoot, the neighbor's cat came up to them and just went crazy on the doll, like started sniffing at the doll like crazy, wanting to, be close to the doll, getting really clingy with it, and wouldn't leave the doll alone. And finally, I think when the cat decided to walk away, the seller looked back over at the doll, and the doll was covered with like 6 or 7 ladybugs. Now, I looked this up later on just out of curiosity, and to confirm what I thought that ladybugs symbolized, and ladybugs symbolize good luck and good fortune and love. It's a good omen to see ladybugs. And it's really cool that this doll was just covered with ladybugs. And I know that that was a true, thing that happened because there were pictures of the doll with ladybugs on it in the listing. So I thought that was interesting. So that's the bulk of what has happened. Since the photo session, the seller just said that they feel really weird when they walk by the doll. Not necessarily a bad energy, but not something they want around in their house because they're not, too keen on the idea of having something paranormal in the house. So they said that it should go to someone who understands the paranormal more to find out if there is something really going on with this doll. And if you know me, I'm a self-proclaimed paranormal expert because I've been watching all them ghost shows since I was like 7. And I've done actually a lot of research on the possible science behind it. So I am a firm believer of the paranormal and of spirits because I've had a lot of experiences, and if you want to know some of them that I've had in the past, go ahead and check out some of the other videos on my channel. They're somewhere. I read the listing and I thought it was really plausible and believable. It wasn't over the top, it wasn't crazy, the doll wasn't selling for some crazy price. It was like $15. So I messaged the seller and I said, I feel really connected to this doll. I really like the energy that I get looking at the doll, and you know, the story is pretty sweet, and they were really excited that someone was interested in it. I decided that I wanted to take the doll and bring it into my home. So I bought the doll. This seller was so sweet. And then about a week later, I received the doll in the mail. It was wrapped up with a nice pretty pink bow, and I wish I had taken pictures, but I was too excited to unwrap her because I had become obsessed with getting this doll. Like, I was so obsessed with getting this doll. A week ago today, actually. Right, Dustin?
Yeah.
A week ago today. So it's my week anniversary with this doll. No, the doll does not have a name yet, and I'm not going to name it because I don't want to give it a name without, you know, an actual reason for giving it that name. So for now, it's just doll. Nothing crazy has happened yet. There are just a couple things that I'm pretty sure we can explain. We've never had happen in our place yet. We've never had this stuff happen until the doll came into the house. Before I tell you what has happened since we've got the doll, I think you should meet her. So, Evie, I'm gonna put you down now. Love you. So this here, this is the doll. So she's really small. She's super cute. She doesn't look creepy to me at all. I think she's a bisque porcelain doll. It's a head shoulder doll. I've done a lot of research trying to figure out what year this doll was made or where it was even made. I cannot figure it out at all. I can't find this doll anywhere, or dolls that even look remotely similar to it, so I have no idea. But the hands and the arms, feet, legs, and her head and shoulders are all porcelain, and then underneath she's like a hard fabric that I've never really felt before in a doll. Just the way the doll is put together, I've never seen before, so I don't know if it's even American. I have no clue. I've done hours and hours looking for any idea of where this doll's from, and I just can't find it. So I'm still looking, but I've decided to take a break and just enjoy the doll for what it is. She is a bride, like myself, and so I thought, you know, maybe she'd be good luck also to bring into the house since we are planning our wedding. For the remainder of the video, I think I'm gonna place her back here. So I'll place her right there for now. Doubt anything will happen, but if you see anything, comment below. Doubtful, based on what we've experienced so far. I'm not disappointed with the doll at all. It has a great energy. I love just being around it and just looking at it. Like I have brought her into the same room with me a couple times. And I'll just, you know, sit fussing with it while I watch Netflix or whatever. So I like the energy the doll has. It doesn't seem malicious. It doesn't seem, you know, even highly active really. It just has a pleasantness to it. I actually brought her into the bathtub. Not the bathtub. I brought her into the bathroom with me last night when I took a bath just so she could hang out. Don't judge me. Since the doll's been here, I want to say like the middle of last week at night, the doll was with us in the living room. I had lazily hung one of our kitchen towels on the oven, you know, thing where you hang the towels in front of the stove oven thing. So I had just pushed a towel in there. I didn't fold it up all nice or anything because I was cooking. And then later on we were watching a show. Evie just started barking at the door like she does, but it just came out of nowhere. So she started barking at the door. Dustin got up to see why she was barking and to tell her to stop. And right before his very eyes, that towel fell to the ground, and I am sure that is clearly explainable by me just being lazy and not putting it away right. However, Dustin claims that, you know, that thing looked like it was pulled off. I didn't see it, and I wish I did because I'd probably just tell him that was me. That was the first thing, and then a few minutes later, after that, Dustin was, where were you, Dustin? Dustin was in the bathroom just a few minutes after that, and he saw out of the corner of his eye, which again can be explained, but out of the corner of his eye, he saw like a white mist that was pretty low to the ground, like dog height, move from where? The dining room to the bedroom? Yeah, just move from the dining room to the bedroom. And our apartment's small, so it was just a quick little thing. But he had never seen anything like that. Light doesn't seem to play tricks on him very often, and he didn't really believe any of this in the first place, so I don't think he would have psyched himself out, and he was really creeped out about it. So he just thought that the towel and then that happening was a really weird coincidence, and I wasn't convinced, and again, I'm the strong believer, so I was like, we'll see. Well, either the next day or a couple days after that, I was putting makeup on in the bathroom, and I was looking in the mirror, and from the mirror I can see behind me the living room and the doorway to my bedroom. So I'm putting on my makeup, and from behind me I can see like a white orb or a white figure low to the ground move from the living room to the dining room. So again, a really short just trail or path that it took, and it wasn't, I don't even know if it was a second long, but I saw that too, and that was really weird, and Dustin didn't believe me when I told him. But yeah, so that happened. And then just last night, Dustin called me into the bedroom, and I thought it's because he had bad news to tell me or something, because he sounded really serious. And he looks at me and he's like, so I was sitting at the edge of the bed, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw it again. And I asked him what he saw this time, and he saw the same white mist, or whatever you want to call it, do like an S-curve from the living room around the corner and into the bedroom. And it's hard to explain if you don't know our apartment's layout, but it was like around the corner and just into the bedroom, like this kind of movement. And then it went into the bedroom and across my side of the bed. This was the second time he's seen it. He's never seen anything like this here. He doesn't really even completely believe in the paranormal, even though I've talked his ear off about it since we've been together. So he has become a more open-minded person in regards to the paranormal, but he has yet to see something that has just made him say, I totally acknowledge that ghosts exist. So yeah, so that is all that has happened so far, I think. Nothing too crazy. It's been pretty quiet. There's nothing really to be scared of. I've used an EMF in the apartment around the doll, and it hasn't picked up anything around the house right after we see those white mists, and nothing has been picked up so far. That doesn't necessarily mean nothing is here. We just haven't had any like clear evidence or voices or anything yet. It's only been a week. You got anything else to say? I don't have anything else to say about this haunted doll, but I love it. Can't complain about anything, but if there is anything else that happens, I will be sure to update you. That's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed this short little story about how I acquired my haunted doll, go ahead, let me know what you like about it or what creeps you out about it in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel. I will try to put out videos whenever I can. And if you don't already know, I also have on my personal website a blog that I have started. It is going to be at reneebullock.weebly.com, and I'll put it down below as well. For some reason, Instagram is blocking me from putting my link on to the website, and I'm not sure why, but it's not letting me put it in my bio, and I don't know if it's just because it's such a short URL. That is where I have all of my art, or most of my artwork, displayed. That's where I keep my blog, and if you'd like to contact me for any business inquiries or just to say hi, that is where you would do it. Like this video, I would really appreciate it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you would like to see more from me, and until next time, I will see you soon. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Bye-bye.